Markets are basically calling this a three-way coin flip, with the draw a touch ahead around the mids and England just behind. With no score on the board yet, the next clean chance or early goal is what will force the first real repricing.
We're still waiting on any confirmed match action between England and Argentina, with the official feed not giving us the score or a key moment yet. As soon as we get a verified update, goal card, or kickoff details, we'll bring it straight to you.
Pricing still a near three-way split, with the draw marginally on top in England and Argentina, just a shade behind, so nobody's taken a big view yet. With the official score still unknown, the first confirmed goal is the whistle that'll force this market to pick a side fast.
We're still in that holding pattern for England versus Argentina. No verified kickoff detail, no scoreline, no confirmed incidents on the official feed. So we sit tight and won't guess the tempo. Once a goal card or whistle comes through, we'll react immediately. Still nothing verified coming through on England. Against Argentina, no confirmed kickoff detail, no scoreline, no official incidents. We can safely hang our hat on. The moment we get a concrete update like a goal, a card, or a restart, we'll jump on it instantly.
This board's still sitting in a tight three-way split, with England and the draw both in the mid-range and Argentina a few points lower, so there's no conviction shift yet. With the official score still unconfirmed, one verified goal is the moment this market stops dithering and reprices hard.
One early tactical angle, England's fullback setup looks like it could be a real weapon, with both wide defenders encouraged to step high, especially on that left side, to give them an extra outlet and stretch Argentina's defensive shape if the timing's right. This play sounds absolutely ferocious. When one anthem is getting drowned out by the other, you know it's a heavyweight occasion, and both sets of fans have turned up in full voice. That kind of noise can crank the pressure up from the very first whistle.
The board still screams near three-way coin flip. England and the draw sit in the mid. Argentina lows with heavy offer side liquidity, suggesting limited upside without news. With the official score still unknown, one confirmed goal is the trigger that forces a clean reprice away from this dead heat.
You can feel the history pressing down on every touch in England against Argentina. This isn't just a semifinal, it's a fixture with old scars. And with the noise already at fever pitch, one rash tackle or a flashpoint moment could light the fuse instantly. Argentina bringing in Giuliano Simeone feels like Scaloni leaning into the edge of this fixture, a name that instantly drags history into the present. He's had limited minutes so far, but the moment he's involved in a duel, the temperature in the stadium can jump.
Pricing is still basically a three-way coin flip, with England and the draw clustered in the mids and Argentina a few points lower. And the book looks offer heavy, so it's
We're still
hard to
operating
push
without
prices
any
without
verified
news.
match data here for
With the
England
official
versus
score
Argentina.
still unknown,
No confirmed
the
kickoff
first
detail,
confirmed
no
goal is the moment
scoreline,
this
no
market
official
stops
incidents
sitting
to
on the
react
fence
to.
and snap.
So we hold our fire and won't invent the flow. The instant a concrete update drops, we'll call it live. With England, Argentina, the referee's first couple of whistles are massive. Set the line on contact early and you can stop this turning into a running argument. In a crowd this loud, game management and calm communication matter as much as the decisions themselves. And we are underway in this England-Argentina semifinal. First half begins with the score at 0-0. Straight away, the spotlight's on England's fullbacks. If they do push high early, Argentina will be looking to spring into that space the moment possession turns over.
This is still a tight three-way market, with England a shade ahead in the mids, but the book is heavily offer side, so it's hard to squeeze the price higher without a catalyst. At 0-0 in the first minute, it's basically first clean chance territory before anyone earns separation.
1 minute in, it's still 0-0, and England's big question is whether that familiar two-man link-up can click under pressure again. Argentina will be desperate to break up that combination early, force England to build through the wider options instead.
The market's still pinned to a near three-way split in the mid-seas, and that heavy sell-side depth tells you nobody's paying up without a trigger. At 0-0, 1 minute in, it stays a waiting game until England land. First real chance to justify a clear edge.
2 minutes gone. England to Argentina is still locked at 0-0. These opening touches are all about settling the nerves and judging the referee's line. One sloppy early challenge in a game like this can change the whole tone. 2 minutes in, and Leandro Paredes is penalized for a foul. England win the free kick in their own half with it still 0-0. That's exactly the kind of early whistle that can set the referee's line in a fixture. This emotional Argentina have to be careful with those first tackles.
This is still basically a three-way coin flip. England fractionally leads in the mids, the draw is right there, and Argentina sits, loads with heavy offerside depth, capping any squeeze. At 0-0, 2 minutes in, that early whistle just reinforces settle in pricing until someone produces the first real chance. The pricing is still basically a three-way split in the midsbees, with England only a sliver ahead and a heavy offerside book, making it tough to force any move without a catalyst. At 0-0 in the second minute, that early Argentina foul just adds a bit of set-piece tension, but it's still waiting for first chance territory. We're still looking at a near three-way split. England a touch above the mids, the draw just under that, and Argentina around 3-0 with a very offer-heavy book, keeping everything pinned. At 0-0 in the third minute, it still shows us a real chance before this market commits.
3 minutes in, still 0-0, and Enzo Fernandez is pinned for a foul for Argentina. Another early whistle against them. England will take a breath and use this set piece to push their lineup and get territory in a game already running hot.
Prices are basically frozen in a tight three-way split, with England a hair ahead in the mids and Argentina around 3-0, and that offer-heavy book is still capping any push. At 0-0, after those early Argentina fouls, the first decent England set-piece delivery is the kind of moment that can finally tilt this market. England still sits narrowly on top in the high range, with the draw just behind, and Argentina around 3, and the book remains offer heavy, so nothing's breaking loose yet. At 0-4 minutes in, it screams early stalemate. So the next clean England set piece or chance is the obvious catalyst for a proper reprice.
4 minutes gone, it's still 0-0, and Argentina have already had a couple of early fouls whistled against them. In a match with this kind of edge, the referee's communication right now is huge. Set the line early and you can stop every challenge turning into a confrontation. 5 minutes gone. England and Argentina still 0-0, and you can already see Argentina sinking into that 4-5-1 without the ball, squeezing the middle. That's a big hint for England. If the space isn't between the lines, it has to come from the fullbacks and width to stretch that block. Five minutes in and it's still 0-0, but you can feel the edge already with Argentina racking up those early fouls. The referee's quick whistles and calm word in the first duels are vital here. Set the boundary now or every tackle becomes an argument.
England remain a slim favorite in the high range, with the draw close in Argentina near 3-0, and the book still looks offer heavy, so prices aren't lifting on their own. At 0-0, 5 minutes in, that means the next dangerous England set piece is the cleanest trigger for a quick repricing.
5 minutes gone and it's still 0-0. And if Declan Rice really is back to full fitness after that stomach bug, England need his legs and calm passing to keep control when Argentina squeezed that midfield in a 4-5-1. His first couple of duels will set England's tempo.
England are still a narrow favorite in the mid to high range, with a draw close behind, and Argentina near 3-0. And the offer-heavy book is keeping everything pinned despite some chunky positioning. At 0-0 on 6 minutes, still waiting for the first clear-cut chance to force a real reprise. England are still only a slim favorite in the mid to highs, with a draw close behind, and despite some big positioning, the market's basically pinned with heavy offers overhead. At 0:06 in, it stays. Prove it until England turn. These early fouls until one genuinely dangerous set piece.
6 minutes in, still 0-0, and Giuliano Simeone gives away another foul for Argentina. Elliot Anderson wins the free kick back in England's defensive half. That's 3 early whistles against Argentina already, and England will be happy to slow it down, get their shape set, and push up the pitch from the restart.
England still edging in the high range with the draw mids, and Argentina just under 3-0, and the book is stacked with offers, so this stays pinned despite some chunky England against flow. At 0-0 on 7 minutes, it's still waiting for one clean England set-piece chance to force the first real reprice. England are still a slim favorite in the high range with the draw mids and Argentina just under 3-0, and the offer side depth is so heavy, it's basically pinning any breakout. At 0-0, 8 minutes, that keeps it cagey until England finally turns these Argentina fouls into one genuinely dangerous delivery.
8 minutes in, and it's still 0-0, but you can see the trigger. One loose touch, and both England and Argentina snap straight into that man-to-man press. The side that can take that first contact, stay clean in the first pass, and play through, it will start owning territory.
England still sit as a slim favorite in the high range with the draw mids and Argentina around 3, and that offer-heavy book is keeping any breakout capped. At 0-0 on 8 minutes, it stays a stalemate market until the first genuinely big chance shifts the balance.
7 minutes and England earn the first corner of the match. McAllister, the one who concedes it. And now at 8, Argentina win a free kick in their own half as Marquez goes through Julian Alvarez. Early set-piece moments stacking up, and the referee's line is already being tested. 9 minutes in England, and Argentina are still locked at 0-0, and you can see the trigger points everywhere. One heavy touch, and it's instantly man-to-man pressure. The team that stays calm in that first build-up pass like Pickford did, bypassing the squeeze, will start pinning the other back. 9 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0, but you can feel those pressing triggers. One loose touch, and it's instant man-to-man from both England and Argentina. Whoever stays composed in that first pass out, especially Du Rice and the center backs, will start to push the game up the pitch.
We're basically still in that three-way split. England only a shade ahead in the highs, the draw mids, Argentina just under 3-0, and the sell side depth is still capping any push. At 0-0 on 9 minutes, it keeps screaming, prove it! So one clean England set piece is the next real reprice trigger.
9 minutes in, and it's still 0-0, but we've got fouls traded in the defensive halves. Reece James clips Tagliafico, then Giuliano Simeone gives one away on Elliot Anderson. That's the kind of stop-start rhythm that suits both back lines and keeps the crowd simmering. Ten minutes in, and it's still 0-0, but you can sense both teams are enjoying these indoor conditions. The press is instant. The moment there's a loose touch, it's been sharp and frantic, and already you've got that stop-start edge with fouls, breaking up any long spell of control. Ten minutes gone, it's still 0-0, and you can see both England and Argentina flicking between a deeper block and then snapping into man-to-man pressure the moment there's a trigger. The first team that can skip that initial wave like England did through Pickford to find a wide whiz will start to push the game up the pitch. 11 minutes in, and it's still 0-0, and it has been stop-start falls, free kicks, and hardly any rhythm for either side. When the game's like this, the first team to string 3 or 4 clean passes through that man-to-man press can suddenly flip the territory in one move.
Prices are still basically glued at a tight three-way split, with England only a slim edge in the high range and the draw right behind, and that offer-heavy book is still capping any lift. At 0-0 on 1-1 minutes in this stop-start rhythm, it stays. Prove it until someone creates the first clear-cut chance.
10 minutes in and it's still 0-0, but Ellie Anderson clips in again, and Enzo Fernandez buys the free kick in Argentina's defensive halves. It's been so bitty with these whistles. Every time either side tries to build a foul, just kills the rhythm.
England are still only a shade in front in the highs, with the draw mids in Argentina just under 3-0, and that offer-heavy book is keeping any move capped. At 0-0 on 1-1 minutes, this stop-start pattern keeps the draw mid supported unless England finally lands one clean, dangerous set piece. England are still just a slim favorite in the high range with the draw right on their shoulder, and despite some big tickets, the pricing is basically pinned early. At 0-0 on 1-2 minutes, that keeps the draw well supported unless England finally turns these fouls and restarts into a real chance.
12 minutes gone. England and Argentina still 0-0, and it's been a real stop-start opening with free kicks piling up. The referee's got a big job here. Calm the little shoves early, but if the keeps bubbling, he may have to draw a clear line to stop it boiling over. We had a brief delay involving Argentina around the end minute mark, but it's over now and we're back underway at 0-0 on 1-3 minutes. In a game this bitty with fouls and restarts, that kind of pause just keeps killing any rhythm before either side can build momentum.
The prices are basically pinned. Again, England a slim highs edge. The draw mids Argentina just under 3-0.
13 minutes in and it's still 0-0, and you can really see England's press working in bursts. One man jumps, the rest squeeze, then they reset.
On 1-3 minutes in this stop-start game,
the choice is simple. Risk playing through that first wave or go early and avoid getting boxed in near their own third. "14 minutes gone, England and Argentina still 0-0, and you can feel the weight of this fixture in every little collision. With fouls already stacking up and no real rhythm, the first team to keep their heads in those midfield duels will start to tilt the pitch. "14 minutes in and it stays 0-0, but Argentina have just straight offside. Giuliano Simeone going a fraction too early. That's the danger of these quick breaks. One mistimed run and you straight back to another stop-start, restart in midfield. "15 minutes gone. England and Argentina still locked at 0-0. And you can see Argentina trying to funnel those little touches into Messi in the middle. England's big job is to get tight behind him and force him to receive with his back to goal, not on the half turn. 15 minutes gone and it's still 0-0, and you can feel how fractured this start has been with thousands stoppages. The referees tried the chat-first approach, but if those little nudges keep flying in midfield, he may have to put a clearer line in fast.
We're still stuck in that tight three-way split. England only a sliver ahead in the midst of the draw mid. Argentina just under 3-0.
15 minutes in and it's still 0-0, and that right flank for Argentina is already sparking. Giuliano Simeone is out there to work, fight, and stay connected to the shape.
Until someone lands a
flirt with the line and get into duels early. England's left side can't switch off for a second. "16 minutes in and it's still 0-0, but you can sense the flashpoints everywhere. England try to spring it, and Argentina just collapse around the ball in numbers. That swarm in midfield is smothering transition, so it stays frantic without turning into clear chances. "16 minutes gone and it's still 0-0, and Argentina are actually swarming the moment. England think there's a shooting lane. That Blues at Calas is killing shot at source, and then they're trying to turn those recoveries into calmer possession instead of another scrap. "16 minutes in, still 0-0, and Giuliano Simeone has just given away another foul for Argentina. That's twice already from him in this opening spell, and in a game this stop-start, England will happily take every cheap set-piece chance they can get. "17 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0, and you can feel this turning into a whistle and restart kind of start. The referee's got a real choice now. Keep talking players down or set a firmer line early so the game can actually find a rhythm. "17 minutes in, and it's still 0-0, and you can feel the temperature rising in these little midfield clashes. Referee's got to draw a clear line on the tactical nudges now because every extra whistle is stopping either team from building any real flow. "16 minutes, still 0-0, and Giuliano Simeone concedes yet another foul for Argentina. He's right on that edge already. England will gladly take these cheap restarts to get the ball up the pitch and try to force a first real moment from a set piece.
England are still only a hair in front around the mids with the draw right alongside, and Argentina just under 3-0, and that huge sell side depth is basically stapling the prices in place. At 0-0 on 17 minutes in this whistle-heavy start, the market keeps leaning draw until someone finally produces a clear chance. Pricing's basically unchanged. England and the draw are still neck and neck in the mid-range. Argentina just under 3-0, and that heavy offer side depth is keeping any breakout capped. At 0 on 18 minutes, the market's still treating a draw as the default until someone creates a first clear-cut chance.
18 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0, but every time England think they've opened a shooting lane, Argentina just snap back into a swarm and smother it. This is starting to look like a match decided by one clean 1v1 win or a single quality cross, not long spells of space.
England are still a slim favorite, just under 4-0 with the draw close behind in the mids, and Argentina under 3-0, and the book looks offer heavy, so it's not letting anything run. At 0-0 on 19 minutes, that setup keeps the draw feeling like the market's base case, unless England finally turns one of these cheap restarts into a real chance.
19 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0, and it really is a game of tiny duels. England try to go at the fullback out wide, and Argentina just collapse with bodies around the ball and force a reset. Shoo, that makes every dribble and every early cross feel like it has to be absolutely spot on. "20 minutes in, and it's still 0-0, but England's brightest moments are coming out wide when a winger wriggles free of that two-man trap. The instant that first press is beaten, Argentina's back line has to pinch in, and that's when the early cross is on if England can hit it first time. "20 minutes played, and it's still 0-0, but you can finally feel a bit of rhythm arriving after all. That's stop-start contact. The next clean moment is out wide, win the one-on-one, escape that second defender, and then the first accurate cross can decide the whole tone of this game.
We're still in that tight three-way market. England just under 4-2 to win the draw amidst Argentina under 3-0. With heavy offer depth overhead keeping everything pinned despite some sizable England against tickets. At 0-0 after 20 minutes, that pricing says stalemate unless England finally makes a wide break and turns it into...
21 minutes in, and Argentina flagged offside. Lionel Messi just strained beyond the line. England's back line will take a bit of confidence from that. Hold your shape, don't dive in, and you can make even Messi's timing look a fraction off. "21 minutes gone, it's still 0-0, and Argentina's shape really does look more fluid than fixed up front, with runners drifting underneath rather than camping on a center back. That makes those wide 1v units and the fullback overlap timing absolutely crucial. If either team's going to carve out the first clear chance, 21 minutes in and it's still 0-0, and you can see how much these little defensive wins matter. Enzo Fernandez is roaring after every tackle like he scored. In a match this tight, that emotion can drag teammates into the next duel and tilt the mood without a single shot fired.
The win chances are still basically pinned with England in the draw level in the mids and Argentina just under 3-0, and a huge offer depth is capping any breakout. At 0-0 on 2 minutes is still the draw that looks like the market's default until someone creates the first real chance.
22 minutes gone, still 0-0, and the referee's whistle is starting to shape the rhythm as much as either midfield. With those shoulder-to-shoulder clashes and little nits flying in, the next few calls decide whether this settles into flow or stays stop, start, and edgy. "22 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0. And you can feel both England and Argentina probing the referee's limits with every little bump and tangle. If he draws that line clearly and sticks to it, the game settles. If not, it's going to be whistles and throw-ins all afternoon. 21 minutes, and it's another foul. Morgan Rogers clips in, and Nicolas Tagliafico buys Argentina a free kick deep in their own half. That just keeps feeding the stop-start feel here at 0-0, and neither side can build any real flow through midfield. "23 minutes, still 0-0, and Jude Bellingham's just giving away a foul. Alex McAllister wins Argentina a free kick in the attacking half. Another whistle and a choppy opening, and this is a decent platform for Argentina to finally ask a question with a set piece.
It's still a tight 3-way split with the draw. Now a slight market leader in the mid-range, England just behind and Argentina under 3-0. And the book looks heavy on the offer side, so moves are getting capped. At 0-0 on 2-3 minutes, that pricing says the stalemate is the base case unless this Argentina attacking...
24 minutes, and it's a corner for Argentina. Jed Spence, the one forced to concede it. After all those little stoppages and fouls, this is a real chance for Argentina to finally put England's box under proper set-piece pressure.
The draw is still the narrow market leader in the high area, with England basically level and Argentina sub, and that lopsided sell-side
25
depth
minutes, still
is keeping
0.
everything pinned.
0 and Argentina are building with those clever wide rotations, one staying high and chalk on the boots while the fullback tucks inside to change the angle.
Real catalyst if they can finally
forcing
turn
England's
pressure.
wide defenders to choose step out to the ball or guard that near post lane when the next set piece drops. "25 minutes, still 0-0, and it's that Argentina corner that feels like the first real test of England's concentration in the box. Watch the near post traffic. England can't let runners slide across the front and screen Pickford's line of sight. 25 minutes, still 0-0, and the referee's starting to make himself felt on those Argentina corners, and he hands off Pickford, and he's ready to blow it up early. If that standard holds, Argentina may have to win the first contact clean rather than rely on blots and screens at the near post. 26 minutes, still 0-0 in Argentina. Keep teasing that wide rotation in. The build-up, one stays high to pin the fullback. Another jerks inside to open a new passing lane. England's cue is simple. Get there early, because if Messi gets time between the lines, he'll start turning those pockets into chances.
Prices are basically nailed down again. Draw fractionally leads in the highs. England sit right behind in Argentina, stay just under 3-0 with that heavy offer side depth, capping any pop. At 0-0 on 26 minutes, that still screams stalemate, unless Argentina turn this spell of set-piece pressure into a clean first chance.
26 minutes on the clock, and it's still 0-0 between England and Argentina. You can feel the match living on set pieces and little stoppages right now. One clean delivery, one lapse on a runner at the near post could swing it fast. 25 gone still, 0-0, and Giuliano Simeone's clipped Jordan Pickford to hand England a free kick deep in their own half. It's yet another whistle and a choppy opening, and now we've got a drinks break to cool it all down before either side can find any rhythm.
The draw is still a narrow market leader in the high range. England sit just behind, and Argentina are under 3-0 with that massive sell side depth, basically pinning any move. At 0 in the 26th minute, that keeps the match priced like a stalemate until a set piece finally turns into a clean chance. Win odds are still basically pinned with the draw. A slight leader in the highs, England just behind, and Argentina under 3-0. And that huge offer side depth is capping any breakout. At 0-0 on 27 minutes, the market's still leaning stalemate, unless Argentina finally turned a set-piece spell into a clean first chance. The draw is still the slim market favorite in the high range, with England basically level just behind Argentina under 3-0, and that huge sell-side depth keeps any move capped. At 0-0 in the 270th minute, it's still priced like a stop-start stalemate unless Argentina finally make a set piece count.
28 minutes, still 0-0, and that referee's line is crystal clear on set pieces. Any blocker, anywhere near Pickford, and he's ready to kill it early. If Argentina want joy at the near post, it has to be pure timing and clean contact, no screen. 28 minutes, still 0-0, and that hydration break really is a tactical timeout. Both benches using it to shuffle bodies and reset matchups. When we restart, keep an eye on who England linked tight to Messi between the lines and how Argentina set their runners on the next dead ball. Back underway at 8 minutes, and it's still 0-0, but you can sense Argentina stepping up a touch higher straight after that drinks break, trying to make England go long and then fight for the second ball. With no shots yet, that messy scrap for loose touches could be where the first real momentum shift starts. Still 0-0 at 29 minutes, and straight out of that drinks break, Argentina are edging the line higher, nudging England into the longer pass. In a game with no shots and loads of whistles, that second ball scrap after the clearance might be where someone finally gets a foothold. Still 0-0 at 209 minutes, and England's bench is absolutely furious with those touchline calls getting flipped late. In a game this tight and choppy, that kind of inconsistency just pours fuel on every vital 50 and ramps the pressure on the next restart. Still 0-0 at 209 minutes, and that drinks break did feel like a proper tactical reset for both coaches. The next 5 minutes can hinge on who adjusts their spacing better. England tracking Messi between the lines, or Argentina squeezing up to force the long ball and hunt the second touch. 30 minutes gone, still 0-0, and that drinks break felt like a full-on whiteboard session out there. You can already sense Argentina wanting to squeeze higher to force England long, so the next tweak is who wins that second ball and who gets time between the lines.
The market's still pinned with the draw, a slim leader in the high range, England just behind and Argentina under 3-0. And that heavy offer side depth is capping any real drift or squeeze. At 0-0 on 30 minutes, it's still priced like a stalemate, unless Argentina's higher press finally turns a dead ball into the first clear chance.
30 minutes on the clock, and it's still 0-0. Giuliano Simeone earns Argentina a free kick back in their defensive half, and almost immediately, Anthony Gordon buys England one up in the attacking third. It just underlines how stop-start this half has been. Set plays, and these little whistles are running the show right now.
We're still in a tight three-way split with the draw, the slight favor in the highs, England just behind, and Argentina under 3-0, and that huge offer side depth is keeping any move capped. At 0-0 on 30 minutes, it's still priced like a stalemate, unless one of these stop-start set pieces finally produces a clean chance. The draw remains. The narrow market leader and the high-range England sit a touch behind, and Argentina are under 3-0, with that huge offer-side depth still pinning any breakout. At 0-0 in the 3-1 minute, the pricing stays married to a stalemate unless England's next attacking free kick finally turns into the first clean chance. The prices are still basically pinned in a tight split. Draw sitting in the highs, England just a shade behind, and Argentina down in the highs. With that heavy sell side cap stopping any breakaway, at 0 on 3-1 minutes, it keeps the match priced for a cagey half, unless England's next attacking set piece finally lands clean. Pricing still pinned with the draw, a slim leader in the highs. England just behind Argentina in the high seas, despite plenty of England against flow getting absorbed. At 0 on 3-2 minutes, that tells you the market still expects this half to stay tight unless England finally land a clean set piece.
32 minutes, still 0-0. And Jude Bellingham wins England a free kick in the attacking half. Enzo Fernandez, the one clip for the foul. In a game this stop-start, this is exactly the kind of dead ball where one clean first contact can finally create the first real opening. 33 minutes, still 0-0, and England's manager is absolutely letting the board's official have it on the touchline. In a game already full of whistles, that kind of eruption just cranks up the scrutiny on the next. Borderline tackle and restart. 33 minutes and it's still 0-0, but Argentina are starting to slice through that first wave with sharp 1 and 2 touch play. And you can see England having to drop into their settled block. In a game this tight, one clean move through the press could be the pass that finally creates the first real chance. 33 minutes, still 0-0, and Argentina's 1 and 2 touch combinations are starting to slip past England's first line, forcing England to sink into a more compact mid-block. In a game this tight, the team that keeps playing through that initial pressure is the one likeliest to carve out the first clear opening. 33 minutes and England go close from the set play. John Stones rises from inside the 6-yard area on the right, but he can't keep that header down and it flies wide. That's exactly the kind of dead ball moment this stop-start half is threatening to be decided by. At 0-0.
The draw still shades it in the high range, with England just behind at Argentina in the highs, and that huge offer-side depth is still capping any real move, even with chunky England against tickets. At 0 on 3-4 minutes, it's basically priced for this cagey pattern to hold unless England turn the next dead ball into a breakthrough.
34 minutes, still 0-0, and Argentina will feel they've been shortchanged on that last set-piece scramble in the box. When the referee lets a bit of grappling go, every corner and free kick becomes a mini battle for position, and both sides will be screaming for the next call. 34 minutes gone and it's still 0-0, and you can feel this one tightening into stoppages and collisions rather than any real flowing rhythm. With whistles already stacking up, the next set piece or one mistimed tackle could swing the first clear chance. 34 minutes, still 0-0, and Marquez wins England a free kick deep in his own half. Giuliano Simeone again the one clattering in. That just feeds the stop-start feel of this half, and it hands England a chance to calm it down and play out rather than just clear long. 35 minutes, still 0-0, and Giuliano Simeone is right on the edge here. Another couple of heavy duels, and the referee may have no choice but to go into the pocket. England will happily take those cheap free kicks just to get a foothold and breathe.
The board still pinned in that same tight split, draw a touch ahead in the highs, England right behind Argentina in the midst, and the sell side size is still capping any real swing. At 0-0 through 5 minutes, that pricing says one well-worked England set piece is the clearest path to actually shifting this.
35 minutes and it's still 0-0, but Jude Bellingham draws another foul. Nahuel Molina clips him, and England have a free kick out on the left wing. With Stones already going close from a dead ball, Argentina can't afford to keep giving England these set-piece looks.
The market's basically unchanged, drawn England both sitting around the high area, Argentina mid-ins with huge offer side depth still capping any meaningful move. At 0-0 on 3, 6 minutes, that keeps the price leaning toward a grind unless England finally cash in one of these attacking free kicks. Prices are still pinned with a draw marginally on top in the highs. England just behind in Argentina under 3-0 with that heavy sell side depth still capping any breakaway. At 0-0 on 3, 6 minutes, it screams stalemate unless England finally turn this latest left side free kick into a real finish.
37 minutes, though 0-0, and Lionel Messi wins Argentina a free kick in the attacking half as Elliot Anderson clips him. That is a dangerous area to concede in a stop-start half like this because one clean delivery and one clean run can finally create the first clear look.
Draw still the narrow favorite, just under 4-0 with England and Argentina split in the mid to highs versus high 2-0s. And that massive
37 minutes and
offside
England's Elliot Anderson goes into the book for a bad foul on Lionel Messi. That's a needless yellow in a dangerous zone, and with how stop-start this half has been, Argentina will fancy the set piece as their cleanest route to the first real chance.
Draw is still the slight market leader, just under 4-0 with England mids and Argentina highs, and the book looks capped with heavy sell-side liquidity keeping prices pinned. At 0-0 in the 3-7 that fits the story. 1, Messi, dead ball delivery is the quickest way to force a reprice. The draw still, the market leader around the highs, with England mids and Argentina highs, and prices look pinned despite those big England against and draw for tickets going through. At 0-0 in the 3 minute, it's still screaming stalemate. Unless that Messi set piece finally forces the first real reprice.
38 minutes, still 0-0, and England's best joy is coming down. That right Spence is snapping into tackles, then bursting forward and dragging Argentina back toward their own box. The knock-on is simple. Argentina keep conceding free kicks in awkward areas, and England will happily load the penalty spot again and again.
The draw still leads to just under 4-0 with England mid-sends and Argentina highs, and liquidity looks heavy enough to keep prices pinned despite those big England against and draw for clips. At 0-0 in the 3 that lines up with a stop-start half where Argentina's next dangerous dead ball is the most likely trigger for a real move.
38 minutes, still 0-0, and Enzo Fernandez has a last from outside the box after the set piece, but he balloons it just over. That's Argentina making England pay for conceding that free kick in a danger zone. One,
with England
cleaner
in the mids
contact,
and,
and it's a
highs,
real problem.
And that stacked sell-side liquidity keeps the board basically pinned. At 0-0 on 39 minutes, it'll likely take a clean Argentina dead ball Messi territory to force the first real reprice.
Still 0-0 at 39 minutes, but the referee's already being tested after that first yellow for the foul on Messi and the immediate swarm around him. If he doesn't stay up on that crowding now, every next whistle in this stop-start half becomes a negotiation. 38 minutes, still 0-0, and Enzo Fernandez lets fly from outside the box after the set piece when he gets under it and it sails just over the bar. Argentina are starting to make those England fouls and Messi zones feel like real danger, even without the perfect strike.
The pricing is still nailed down with a draw just under 4, England mids, and Argentina highs, and that huge sell-side depth is keeping any breakout capped. At 0-0 approaching halftime, it's still set up for one clean Argentina set-piece Messi range to be the first thing that really forces the odds to move. Draw is still the slight favorite, just under 40%, with England mid-30s and Argentina just under 30, and the heavy offer side liquidity is basically pinning any move, with it still 0. 0 at 4-1 minutes. That price says the stalemate is holding unless a set piece finally produces the opener.
41 is still 0-0, and you can feel the referee becoming part of the contest after that first booking on Messi and the immediate swarm around him. In a half, this stop-start. 42 minutes, still 0, and Lisandro Martinez is shown the yellow card for a late one on Morgan Rogers as England win a free kick deep in their own half. That's another booking in a stop-start first half, and the referee is making it clear he's not letting these challenges stack up unchecked. 42 minutes and it's still 0-0, but Argentina are starting to get real change out of these set-piece sequences, winning that second ball and keeping England boxed in around the edge. England just need one clean clearance and a calmer first pass because the next Messi delivery could be the first big opening.
The draw stays a narrow favorite at about 4-0, with England near 3-2 and Argentina around 2-8, so the board's basically pinned heading toward halftime. At 0-0 and 4-2 minutes, that market chip is saying tight first half, unless this next set piece spell finally produces the opener.
42 minutes, still 0-0, and you can sense Argentina growing into these set piece phases, hoovering up second balls around the edge and keeping England pinned. England had to clear their lines with conviction and make that first pass stick, or the next delivery comes straight back at them. Still 0. 0 at the 4. 2 minutes, and you can feel Argentina getting sharper whenever Messi's involved, especially off those set pieces where the second ball keeps dropping their way. England's got to make the first clearance count and find a calm out ball, because right now it's coming straight back. 43 minutes, still 0-0, and Elliot Anderson wins England a free kick in his own defensive half as Enzo Fernandez goes through him. That's exactly the kind of cheap foul that just keeps feeding the stop-start rhythm and invites the next aerial battle upfield.
The board's basically unchanged. The draw still leads around 4. England sits in the lows and Argentina highs, with heavy offer side liquidity keeping everything pinned. At 0-0 in the 4th 3 minute, it still reads as a cagey pre-halftime stalemate unless one clean set piece finally breaks it. The draw still tops the board at about 4, with England lows and Argentina highs, and the depth on the sell side is so heavy, it's basically pinning any drift. At 0-0 in the 4th 3 RD, that pricing says we're headed for a tight halftime unless someone finally makes a set piece count.
40 billing minutes and it's still 0-0, but Argentina are starting to stitch together longer spells and they're first to those second balls, keeping England facing their own goal. England just need one clearance to land with a calm first pass, one clean breakout, and the whole half can flip. 44 minutes, still 0-0, and the Lisandro Martinez yellow was pure game management. He stopped England turning a clearance into a lightning breakout. You saw Anthony Gordon begging for it in acres. Argentina are daring England to build slowly instead of running in transition.
Prices are basically nailed down into the break with the draw, a touch over 4-0 England lows and Argentina highs, and that huge offer side depth is still capping any move. At 0-0 on 4-5 minutes, the market's leaning to a cagey halftime, unless Argentina turn the next Messi zone delivery into the opener.
Halftime at 0-0, and you can absolutely see that Scaloni message in Argentina's approach. No panic, no need to force something. Pretty. They're happy to keep it tight, lean on those Messi set-piece moments, and wait for England to blink first. Halftime here, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's been that classic semifinal edge where every transition gets clipped before it can breathe. With Anderson and Lisandro Martinez already booked, the referee's next call on a clever foul could tilt the whole second half. One mistimed lunge, and the mood changes fast.
The draw is still the top outcome at just over 40%, with England low 30s and Argentina mid 20s. So pricing stays basically pinned into stoppage time. At 0-0, Right on the break, the market's telling you the first goal after halftime will be the only thing that really rewrites this board.
We're at 4-5-1 and it's still 0-0, but those two yellows for Elliot Anderson and Lissandra Martinez are now a live wire for the second half. One more tactical tug in transition and the referee may have no choice but to tighten the leash and change how both teams can defend.
The draw is still the market leader in the lows, with England mids and Argentina midses, so pricing stays basically pinned into stoppage time. At 0,
40
right
plus
before
2
the
and
break,
it's still
that says
0-0,
we're
but
still
Ellie
one
Anderson
clean
being on a
post-halftime
yellow is
breakthrough away
absolutely a
from any
second half
real
pressure point
reprice.
for England. He's covered so much ground winning those little fouls and duels, yet the next late press could put the referee right back in the spotlight. 45 plus 2, still 0. 0 and Elliot Anderson yellow is a genuine second half flashpoint for England. He's been central to every midfield scrap in those foul winning moments, but now every late step in to stop a break risks another big call from the referee.
The draw is still the clear favorite in the lows with England lows and Argentina highs, and the pricing looks basically glued, despite a few chunky positions. At 0-0 in stoppage time, that screams tie into halftime unless Argentina turn one of those Messi-led restarts into the opener.
40 plus 2 and England are flagged offside. Morgan Rogers just strays beyond the last line as they try to nick something before the whistle. Still 0-0. That'll suit Argentina. It kills the moment and lets them squeeze the half out without another scramble.
Draw remains a front runner in the low range with England lows and Argentina middles, and the board still looks pinned going into halftime. At 0-0 in stoppage time, that pricing is basically betting the break arrives scoreless, and the real reprice waits for the first goal after the restart.
45 plus 3 and England win a free kick on the right wing. Reece James takes the contact as Leandro Paredes dangles a boot in there. This is a real chance to sling one into the mixer right on the whistle and ask Argentina's backline a nasty question.
The draw is still the market's top line in the low range, with England lows and Argentina midses, and pricing looks basically pinned despite some chunky opposing positions. At 0-0, right on halftime stoppage time, it's still set up for one set piece delivery to finally force a real reprice. The draw is still leading in the lows with England in the lows and Argentina midsies, and that massive offer side depth keeps the board basically pinned. With it still 0-0. At 4-5-4, the market's saying we likely hit the break level and wait for a second half opener to force the real reprice.
Corner for England right at 4-5-4, conceded by Enzo Fernandez, and that's the last action of the hop as the whistle goes. England 0, Argentina 0 at the break. Another set-piece moment, but Argentina have largely managed the danger, and those two bookings keep the second half on a knife edge. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0. Argentina 0, and Ellie Anderson has been England's engine so far. That yellow card is the hook now. Second half, every tackle and every stop the break foul has to be timed perfectly because one mistimed step changes the whole semifinal. Halftime in Atlanta, and it's England 0, Argentina. Oh, exactly the kind of tight semifinal rhythm. Argentina don't mind at all. Slow burn and control. England can take heart from how even it's been, but that next step has to be turning set pieces and wide free kicks into real shots on target. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and you can feel how comfortable Argentina are keeping it cagey and waiting for that one defining Messi moment. England will take real bullet from how even it's been, but the second half might demand they lift the tempo and make those wide free kicks count. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's been properly balanced. Neither side giving you an inch in those midfield duels. But the longer it stays tight and scoreless, the more it suits Argentina's patience. England may need a sharper start after the break, especially from those wide set pieces.
The draw is still priced as the frontrunner in the low range, with England lows and Argentina midses, and the heavy sell side depth is keeping any move capped into the interval. At 0 at halftime, this market's basically waiting for the first goal after the restart to force a proper reprice.
Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0, Argentina 0. And it does feel like this England group is a bit more at ease in these tight late tournament moments than in years gone by. The first real risk after the break, maybe on a set piece or a midfield turnover, could decide who blinks first in this chess match.
The draw stays on top in the low range, with England lows in Argentina, middles, and that massive sell side liquidity is still keeping the board pinned despite some chunky positions. At 0-0, at halftime, it's basically saying the first real second half breakthrough is what finally forces the reprice. At the break, the draw is still the market leader in the low range with England lows and Argentina midses, and the book looks pretty pinned with heavy sell side liquidity. With it, 0-0. At halftime, the next clean chance after the restart is what's most likely to trigger the real reprice. At halftime, it's still a draw-led board in the lows England, lows Argentina midseas, and that heavy sell side depth is keeping prices stuck in place. With it, 0-0. The restart is where one early goal would finally force a clean reprice.
Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, but the whistle right on the added time limit with England about to take that late corner is the talking point. In a semifinal this tight, that kind of timing call can change the temperature instantly, and you'll bet England remember it coming out for the second half. Halftime in Atlanta, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina, as tight and edgy as a semifinal gets. Those Argentina yellows Martinez and the Paredes challenge tell you every midfield duel is on a knife edge now, and the referee's line in the second half could be huge. Halftime in Atlanta, and it's England 0-0 Argentina after that. Late England corner never got taken. With Martinez already booked, Argentina's defenders have to be cleaner in the second half because England will keep pushing those wide dead balls into dangerous areas.
The board still draw-led in the lows, with England lows and Argentina mids, and that thick sell-side liquidity is keeping any drift tightly capped at the interval. With it, 0-0 at halftime. One early England breakthrough after the restart is the cleanest trigger for a real reprice. The draw still leads in the lows, with England lows and Argentina midseas, and the sheer offer side depth is capping any halftime drift despite those big anti-England positions. With it, 0-0. At the break, an early England push after the restart is the cleanest trigger to knock the draw price down.
Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0. Argentina, 0. And it's been a proper semi-final grind. Midfield collisions, stoppages, and very little clean room in the final third. With Martinez already booked, that next half is all about who can stay aggressive without handing the referee a big decision. Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0. Argentina, 0. And the temperature has climbed with fouls, bookings, and the bench is chirping too. The referee's grip on those midfield clashes, especially with Martinez already on a yellow, could decide whether this stays cagey or explodes after the break. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0, Argentina 0, and it's been that edgy, foul-strewn midfield arm wrestle you expect in the semifinal. With only one confirmed booking from Martinez, despite all the contact, the second half feels like it'll turn on who keeps their head when the next flashpoint arrives. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's still on a knife edge after that scrappy, foul-heavy first half. Argentina have already seen Martinez booked, so those early second half duels are going to need control as much as aggression. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's been bruising without the referee losing control. Plenty of fouls, just a couple of yellows. The first big tackle after the restart feels massive now because one flashpoint could swing this from maddest tension into total chaos.
The markets basically unchanged at the break. Draw, Still lows England, lows Argentina, misuse.
Halftime in
with
Atlanta,
heavy
England
offside
0-0
liquidity, keeping
Argentina,
everything pinned
and it's been
despite
more
some big
disruption and chance
anti-England
creation,
positioning.
midfield collisions,
At
stoppages,
0-0
and plenty of
halftime,
edge.
one early England set-piece goal after
The
the
second
restart
half will
is
hinge
the
on who can
clean
keep that bite, but move the ball quicker through pressure because clear openings have been rare. Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0-0 Argentina, and it's still a semifinal stalemate after a scrappy stop-start first half. That unfinished England corner right on the whistle will linger, and you sense set pieces and discipline are going to be the biggest levers after the restart. Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0-0 Argentina, and it's been touchy and physical with plenty of whistles, but only a couple of bookings. The second half feels like it'll swing on the referees. Next big decision, keep talking players down or start showing cards when the temperature spikes again. Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0-0 Argentina, and you'll get the feeling Argentina are perfectly comfortable dragging this into a tense physical grind. England's job after the break is simple but hard. Keep the discipline. Don't bite on the provocation and play through it instead of reacting to it. Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0-0 Argentina, and it stays a tense stalemate after that flurry of fouls and the late corner right on the whistle. The next phase is about discipline and set-piece sharpness because open play has been crowded out by stoppages. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0, Argentina 0, and it's still locked in that stop-start rhythm after a late England corner right on the whistle. With Martinez already on a booking, Argentina had to be careful in those first few defensive duels when the second half kicks off. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's still that stop-start whistle-heavy stalemate. That late England corner right on the break is a little warning sign, though. Set pieces and discipline feel like the clearest route to separating these two. Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0-0 Argentina, and it's still a tense stalemate with the whistle never far away. That late England corner right on the break is the one moment that hints set pieces might be the cleanest path to the first goal after the restart. Halftime in Atlanta, England, 0-0 Argentina, and it's still finely balanced after a stop-start first half. That last gas England corner right on the whistle feels like a clue. Set pieces may be the cleanest way. Either side finds the first real opening. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina after a scrappy whistle-heavy first half. That late England corner right on the break is the one thing lingering because so far set pieces and discipline have looked like the clearest route to a breakthrough. Woo! Halftime, England 0-0 Argentina, and the standout opening was that late Argentina look that flew over the bar in the semifinal. This tight, that's the kind of moment you don't get twice. The second half is about composure in the final third when the next chance finally drops. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's still a semifinal locked in a stop-start rhythm. Argentina is already carrying that Martinez booking, and with England finishing the half with a corner, the next set piece or mistimed tackle could be the first real turning point. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's still been a whistle-heavy stop-start. First half with Argentina already carrying that Lisandro Martinez yellow. England ending it with the corner is the little hint here. Set pieces and discipline might decide who finds the first goal after the restart. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina after 4-5-4, and it's been that scratchy, whistle-heavy kind of stalemate. Argentina go into the break with Lisandro Martinez already booked, and England's last action was a corner. Set piece discipline feels absolutely vital after the restart. Halftime at 4-5-4, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina. After that whistle-heavy finish and England forcing a corner right on the break, the second half feels like it could hinge on who keeps their discipline and defends the next dead ball properly. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's been tight. Stop-start with hardly any room between the lines. Argentina have already flirted with trouble through Lisandro Martinez booking, and England will feel a set piece might be the cleanest way to land the first punch after the restart. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina at 4-5-4, and it's still locked up after a foul-strewn finish. Argentina have to manage that. Lisandro Martinez booking carefully because one mistimed challenge early in the second half can tilt the game this tight. Halftime in Atlanta, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina at 4-5-4 first half that never really found any flow. With Lisandro Martinez already on a booking and England earning that corner right at the whistle. The first big swing after the break could come from discipline at a dead ball. Halftime at 4-5-4, and it's England 0-0 Argentina, still locked in a stop-start semifinal. With Martinez already on a yellow and England winning that corner on the whistle, the restart feels like it'll be decided by who keeps their head on the next dead ball.
Halftime board is basically unchanged, with the draw still leading in the low range, England lows, and Argentina midsues, and that huge offer side depth is keeping prices pinned. At 0-0, the clean catalyst is an early England breakthrough after the restart, dragging draw odds down quickly.
Halftime at 4-5-4, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina, a semifinal that's been chopped up by fouls and stoppages. Argentina will have to manage Lisandro Martinez on that yellow because one rash challenge after the restart could swing it. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and it's been one of those semifinals where the moment a gap appears, somebody slams the door shut. The second half might only loosen up when legs go heavy and one team finally dares to play through the contact instead of resetting after every whistle. Halftime at 4-5-4, and it's England 0-0 Argentina, a semifinal that's been smothered by tackles and quick fouls whenever a move starts to breathe. The first clear chance after the restart may come when someone finally dares to carry it through, contact and risk leaving space in transition. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and you can feel everyone itching for a spark after that stop-start first half. If England do look to Rashford or Saka, it's about injecting raw pace to actually turn those promising restarts and wide free kicks into one clean chance. Halftime in Atlanta, England 0-0 Argentina, and you can feel the weight of this matchup hanging over every tackle and every whistle. These two don't give an inch when the batch and history are involved, and that's exactly why the football's been so tight and nervy so far. Second half underway, England 0-0 Argentina, and we're back at it after that scrappy first period. The big early watches discipline. Anderson and Lisandro Martinez are already booked, so one late tackle in midfield could hand the other side a dangerous set piece. Second half's 2 minutes on the clock, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina. After that foul-heavy first half, the next whistle around either box feels massive because one well-placed free kick could be the first proper opening in this game. 46 minutes gone, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina, and you can feel how tight this is. One tweak might decide it. If the coaches go to the bench, it'll be about injecting pace and a slightly different forward rotation to finally manufacture the first clean chance.
Presses are basically pinned early in the second half. The draw still leads in the low range. England lows, Argentina midses with that heavy offer-side depth, keeping moves muted. At 0-0 for 6 minutes, the first goal, especially from England, should be the moment that drags the draw down hard.
46 minutes gone, it's still England 0-0 Argentina, and this is living on the edge of a single moment. Both backlines are snapping into shape so fast that the first real opening might come from one transition or one set piece where someone keeps their composure through contact.
The board, still basically pen draw, stays the favorite in the mid-range. England lows, Argentina mid-says, and that huge sell-side liquidity is capping any move. At 0-0 in the 470th minute, one England breakthrough is the clean trigger to slam the draw lower.
47 minutes gone, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina, and it really has been that rare goalless game where the intensity never drops. If it's true, neither side had a shot for half an hour. That tells you everything about how quickly both teams are killing moves. This feels like it'll swing on one tiny lapse or one dead ball moment. 47 minutes gone, still England 0-0 Argentina, and you can feel this is a stamina test as much as a tactical one. With both sides strangling transitions, England have to turn those little restarts and set pieces into one clean look before the game starts to open up later on. 47 minutes, and Julian Alvarez has a swing from a nasty right-sided angle, but he drags it wide. England breathe again at 0-0. That's the warning sign. Argentina are happy to turn one little gap on the flank into a shot in a heartbeat.
Draw stays the front runner in the mid-range, with England and Argentina both sitting just under 3-0, and that heavy offer-side depth is still pinning any real move. At 0-0 in the 4HDH, this market is basically waiting for the first clean chance to be taken, especially if England nick it, the draw gets hit immediately.
48 minutes played, still England 0-0 Argentina, and the referee is already laying down the law at these restarts because the feet grappling in the box is getting heavy. At 0-0, one strict whistle or one moment he lets go could decide the first. Genuinely dangerous set piece. 47 minutes, still England 0-0 Argentina, and Julian Alvarez flashes one from a horrible right-sided angle but pulls it just wide with Messi sliding the pass in. And now Argentina have the corner, Pickford forced into conceding it, so England had to switch on at the near post here. "49 minutes gone, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina, but you can feel Argentina settling into those little pockets between the lines after Alvarez's early looks. England have to comment with cleaner first passes out of the back, otherwise that next Messi slip ball becomes a real problem.
The draw still the market leader in the mid-sor range, with England lows and Argentina mids, and the spread is basically locked tight rather than drifting. Mid 0-0 on 50 minutes, that says one Argentina breakthrough is the cleanest way to flip the board and take the draw off top spot.
50 minutes gone, and it's still England 0-0 Argentina. But you can see why Tuchel's staff are talking about staying on the front foot as legs go. Argentina have already shown in this half how quickly a direct ball into Alvarez or a 1v1 can turn into a chance. So Spence out wide feels a real release valve for England. 50 con is still 0-0, and that right flank really does look like England's cleanest escape route. If the right back keeps winning that one boonie and getting high, it's the simplest way to stretch Argentina and finally create a final ball someone can attack.
The books, though, good draw leads in the mid-range. England lows, Argentina mid-sues, and that massive sell side depth is basically capping movement. At 0-0 on 5-0 minutes, an Argentina breakthrough is the clean trigger to knock the draw off top spot fast. Pricing's basically unchanged. The draw still leads around the mid-mark with England near 3-0 and Argentina midses, and the tight spread says nobody's blinking yet. At 0-0 on 5-0 minutes, an Argentina opener is the cleanest catalyst to knock the draw off the top spot. The market's still pinned with the draw, the clear favorite in the mid-soar range, and England and Argentina split behind it around the highs to lows with no real drift. At 0-0 on 5-1 minutes, an Argentina opener is the clean trigger to knock the draw off top spot fast.
51 minutes, still England nil, Argentina nil, and Jude Bellingham wins a free kick deep into England has as Christian Romero clatters in late. Romero's now on a booking, and that's a big one in a game this tight where every duel is on the edge. Still 0-0 in the 5-2 ND minute, and England's right side feels like the one lane that can actually stretch Argentina here. Spence keeps getting high and squaring up his man, but England have to make that final pass count or Argentina will just let him run and deal with the cross. Still 0-0 in the 5-2 ND minute, and the referee's got his hands full. Now Argentina's center-backs are both on bookings, so every grab at a set piece is a gamble. That changed the whole feel of the duels. One missed time stat, and England have a free kick and a shooting zone. 52 minutes gone, still England. 0-0 Argentina, and it's staying on a knife edge with no clear breakthrough. With Romero already booked and the referee watching those contact goals closely, every set piece is starting to feel like the next big moment. 53 minutes on the clock, and it's still England. 0-0 Argentina, and that Messi-Bellingham duel is absolutely the heartbeat of this half. Bellingham's holding his ground and trying to block the cut inside, but Messi only needs 1/2 yard to slip the pass that turns the game.
The draw is still...
"53 minutes, still England. 0-0 Argentina, but those bookings on Romero and Martinez changed the whole calculus for Argentina at the back. England will fancy driving straight at them and clipping early balls into the box because one late step now could swing the referee's next decision.
The market's still glued to a midst draw with England and Argentina both in the highs, and pricing looks capped with heavy offers sitting above. At 0-0 in the 5-4 TH, an Argentina breakthrough is the clean trigger to dump that draw price and tilt the whole board their way. The market's still basically pinned with the draw, leading around the mids in England and Argentina both sitting just under 3-0, despite some big draw positioning showing up earlier. At 0-0 on 5-4 minutes, an Argentina first goal is the clean catalyst to knock the draw off top spot fast. That golden tap-in is a classic one-goal repricing moment. England's win probability jumps sharply, and the draw gets marked down immediately. At 101.55, the market's basically saying Argentina need a near-term equalizer just to pull the draw back into contention. England has snapped into a clear favorite at roughly 2/3 implied it draws down around the highs, and Argentina has been pushed into single digits. With heavy offers still sitting above the market, at 101.55 minutes, an Argentina equalizer is the one moment that would whip that draw back into contention fast.
Confirmed 55-goal England lead Argentina 1-0 through Anthony Gordon from point-blank range. That's a massive swing. How hard did prices snap after the opener, and what does it imply about the draw now?
England's now priced as a solid 2/3 favorite with the draw down to the mids, and Argentina's stuck in single digits, so the market's treating that diff-minute goal as a decisive swing. At 1-0 with half an hour left, an Argentina equalizer is the one punch that drags the draw price right back into the game. England are holding around 2/3 implied now with a draw in the mids, and Argentina in single digits, so the post-goal repricing is sticking rather than snapping back. At 101.56 minutes, an Argentina equalizer is the one moment that would instantly drive the draw right back into play. England's still sitting around 2/3 implied to win with a draw in the mids, and Argentina stuck in single digits, so that post-goal repricing is holding steady. At 105.6 minutes, an Argentina equalizer is the one flashpoint that would yank the draw right back into contention.
England lead Argentina 1-0 in the 5-6 minute, and you can see the little chess move behind it. Harry Kane keeps dropping off the front line to be the spare man. The moment Argentina's center backs take a step with him, England's wide runners get that yard for the early cross, exactly the pattern that paid off for Gordon.
England's still priced like a clear favorite around the mid-tier range, with the draw on the highs in Argentina down near 1-0. So that post-goal repricing is holding firm. At 1E in the 5-6 TH, the next Argentina equalizer is the one event that instantly drags the draw back into the conversation. England are still a clear favorite at roughly the lows, with the draw just under 3-0 and Argentina near 1 AZ. So the post-goal repricing is holding rather than fading. With England 1-0 up at 5-7, the one outcome that really reopens the market is an Argentina equalizer.
57 minutes, England lead Argentina 1-0, and Argentina are squeezing the pitch now, pinning England a bit deeper and trying to make it a sustained spell rather than a one-off counter. The key for England is finding Kane between the lines again, because if he can link that first pass out, it resets the whole shape. 57 minutes gone. England lead Argentina 1-0, and that Kane movement is still the trigger. He drops into the pocket, drags the center back's attention, and suddenly the winger has room to attack an early ball. That's exactly the route that opened the door for Gordon at 5-5.
England are holding as roughly a lows favorite with the draw just under 3-0 and Argentina around 1-0, so that post-goal repricing is still sticky. At 105.7 minutes, an Argentina equalizer is the one punch that drags the draw right back into the game.
57 minutes gone, and it's a corner for Argentina. Spence forced to concede it with England still leading 1-0. This is exactly the kind of set-piece moment where Argentina can load the box and ask serious questions, because one clean first contact changes the whole feel of this half.
England are still priced as a clear favorite at roughly the mids with the draw in the highs, and Argentina stuck around single digits, so that post-goal repricing hasn't really budged. With England's are up at 5-8 minutes, Argentina need an equalizer fast to drive the draw back into the picture. England still holding as about a lows favorite with the draw just under 3-0 and Argentina around the low teens, so there's no real snapback despite that big draw position sitting in the tape. At 101.59 minutes, England just need to keep denying that equalizer moment. England still holding as the clear favorite around the lows with a draw just under 3-0 and Argentina near 1-0. So that post-goal repricing remains steady rather than drifting. At 5-9 minutes and 1-0, England's biggest job is simply managing the game to deny the equalizer that would instantly reopen the draw. England are still priced as clear favorites in the lows with a draw just under 3-0 and Argentina down around 1-0, so that post-goal repricing is holding steady rather than snapping back. At 101.60 minutes, England's whole job is to keep Argentina from landing that equalizer that drags the draw straight back into focus.
60 minutes gone, England lead Argentina 1-0, and Argentina are absolutely in that squeeze right now, keeping it in England's head and forcing hurry clearances. England's outlet has to be that first pass into Kane's feet again, or this spell turns into another dangerous set piece. And now we're gone. England lead Argentina 1-0, and you can feel this is the moment Scaloni has to judge it. Stick or twist up front. Argentina are getting corners in the second, balls in England's half, but without that sharper run beyond the line, it's pressure without the punch. 61 minutes, and Enzo Paredes tries his luck from outside the box for Argentina, but he drags it wide. It's another sign they're having to shoot through traffic rather than work the ball into the penalty area, with England still 1-0 up.
England are still priced as clear favorites in the lows with a draw just under 3-0 and Argentina barely above 1-0, so that post-goal repricing hasn't moved. At 61 minutes and 1-0, England's priority is game management. Deny the equalizer and the market stays pinned.
61 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and that recovery from Jed Spence to concede the corner was pure timing under pressure. If he's a fraction late there, you're inviting the referee into a massive penalty call with Argentina forcing the issue. England still lead Argentina 1-0, 06, 2 minutes, and that Gordon goal really is pure close-range technique. Rodgers sees it early, whips it across, and Gordon just cushions it where the keeper can't set. In games this tight, that calm touches the whole margin. England lead Argentina 1-0, 2 minutes, and you can feel Scaloni weighing up that first change as Argentina keep getting into England's half. The pressure's there, but with Fernandez shooting from range, they still need a more direct runner to turn possession into a clear chance. England still lead Argentina 1-0, 2 minutes, and that replay tells you everything about the finish. Gordon doesn't lash at it, he just kills the pace and guides it down into the corner. When the cross arrives that fast, that's pure composure in the 6-yard box. England lead Argentina 1-0 in the 6-2 ND minute, and you can see Scaloni looking to the bench with Nico Gonzalez about to come on. That's a clear hint. Argentina want more width and direct running because right now a lot of it is possession and long-range tries rather than a clean final pass. England lead Argentina 1-0, 2 minutes, and you can see Messi starting to drop into those little pockets just to get Argentina playing forward again. But England are crowding that central lane so well that it's still inviting the hit from distance rather than the slip pass into the box. England still lead Argentina 1-0 3 minutes, and Nico Gonzalez looks ready to come on as Scaloni rolls the dice. That change screams, stretch the pitch, get wider, run at the fullback, and try to turn all this ball into one clean chance for Messi and Martinez in the box. England still lead Argentina 1-0 3 minutes, but you can feel Argentina's possession starting to box England in around their own third. England's got to find that clean first pass into Kane or a wide runner because just clearing it invites the next wave at another set piece. 64 minutes, England still lead Argentina. 64 minutes and Argentina make the change. Nico Gonzalez on for Leandro Paredes with England still leading 1-0. That looks like a clear move away from the long-range effort we just saw from Paredes. More width, more direct running, and a real push to get at England's fullbacks.
England still prizes the clear favorite at roughly the low C range with a draw near 3-0 and Argentina around the low teens, so the post-goal repricing remains sticky. At 5 minutes and 1-0, it's still Argentina's equalizer that would immediately pull the draw odds back into the center.
64 minutes gone and England still lead Argentina 1-0 with Nico Gonzalez now on as Argentina chase away back into it. That swap feels like a signal to get wider and more direct because the long-range shots haven't really tested England enough. 65 minutes gone. England still lead Argentina 1-0, and that's the dilemma now. Soak it, pour up. Yes, but you got to have an out ball when you win it. If England can't connect that first pass into Kane or a runner like Rodgers, Argentina will just recycle and come again. England still lead Argentina 1-0 at 6 minutes, and that Paredes with Nico Garnell's change is Scaloni properly rolling the dice for width and 1v1 running. The trade-off is obvious. Argentina may lose a bit at midfield screen, so Fernandez has to cover while Gonzalez goes straight at England's right side. 6 minutes in, and England still lead Argentina 1-0, and John Stones is absolutely owning that near post space with header after header. With Argentina now throwing on Nico Gonzalez and asking more questions from wide, that kind of ruthless box defending is priceless for England.
England are still priced as the clear favorite at roughly 2/3 with the draw in the highs and Argentina down near 1-0, so the market's basically pinned rather than drifting. With it still 1-0 at 6 minutes, England's job is simply to kill the equalizer threat, and this stays locked in their favor.
66 minutes and Declan Rice exploit from outside the box, but it's comfortably saved. Argentina's keeper down behind it and no rebound trouble. That's exactly the kind of moment England want now. A midfield runner stepping up to keep Argentina honest and stop them camping in England's third.
England are still holding around the lows to win with the draw. Just under 3-0, and Argentina stuck near 1-0. So the market
England
hasn't
still
flinched,
lead Argentina 1-0 at 6-7 minutes, and it really is starting to look like a transition game now. When England dropping that first pass into Kane or into the channel for runner has to stick, because otherwise Argentina will just keep recycling coming again from the wide areas. England still lead Argentina 1-0 at 6-7 minutes, and this really is a transition exam now. When England sink in, that first pass has to connect into Kane or into the channel, because if it's just a clearance, Argentina will recycle it straight back in from the wings. 67 minutes, England lead Argentina 1-0, and now it's a corner to Argentina after Declan Rice concedes under pressure. Harry Kane just tried his luck from range, and it's been blocked, so England are still struggling to turn these clearances into clean exits up the pitch. England still lead Argentina 1-0 at 6-8 minutes, and John Stones has been immense at that near post, meaning those wide deliveries with real authority. If Argentina keep leaning on corners and floated balls, that first header from Stones is England's lifeline. At 6-8 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and you can see Argentina trying to stretch this by going wider and driving 1v1 at England's right side. If they can force that low block to shuffle and then find the cutback, that's where the equalizer threat really lives. 68 minutes gone, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and Argentina are definitely trying to pull that low block apart by going high and wide and letting Messi clip it to the far side. The key now is getting to the byline for a cutback, because Stones and Rice look too comfortable attacking those floated deliveries.
England are still priced around 2/3 to win with a draw on the highs, and Argentina down near 1-0, so the books basically stable and siding with the 1-0 scoreline. With on to NZ plus minutes left, England just have to keep winning those wide duels and defending cutbacks to stop the equalizer that reopens.
Argentina win yet another corner on 6-8 minutes, but at 6-9, DJ Spence does well to draw the foul in England's defensive half and just buy them a breather at 1-0. That's game management now. Every set piece clear and every free kick won slows Argentina's rhythm.
England are still priced as about a 2/3 favorite with the draw on the highs, and Argentina down around 1-0, so the market's basically pinned despite chunky two-way flow. At 6-9 minutes with England 1-0 up 1 Argentina, equalizer's the only real punch that flips the whole script. England's still trading like a clear favorite at roughly 2/3 with the draw highs and Argentina down in single digits, so no real drift despite those big draw tickets. At 69 minutes, England just need to keep smothering the equalizer threat, and the price should stay anchored.
69 minutes and England win a free kick deep in their own half as Christian Romero clatters into Jet Spence. That's a little moment of relief at T. England can slow it down, get their back line up, and take the sting out of Argentina's rhythm.
England are still about a mid-C favorite with the draw on the highs and Argentina down near single digits, so the pricing's basically pinned. Even with big draw flow sitting there, at 7-0 minutes and 1-0 England, just keep managing these quarters and wide balls and the market stays on their side.
At 7-1 minutes, England still lead. Argentina 1-0, and Argentina's set pieces are stacking up. Short corners, then Messi shaping those in-swingers with bodies crowding the 6-yard box. For England, it's pure survival mode. Win that first contact and let Pickford's hands calm everything down.
England still priced in the mid-dibble range to hold on with the draw in the highs and Argentina down in single digits. So despite heavy draw interest, the market hasn't budged. At 7-1 minutes, that tells you one. Argentina equalizer is still the only moment that really detonates this board.
71 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and it's Argentina piling on the pressure with corners and those Messi second ball, Messi bending them right into the 6-yard crowd. England are surviving our first contact, and Pickford's clean takes to kill the danger before it ricochets. 71 minutes gone, England lead Argentina 1-0, and Argentina's clearest road back is still those set pieces, short corners, then Messi whipping it into a crowded 6-yard box. England's job is brutally simple here. Win the first header and trust Pickford to smother the scraps. 72 minutes gone, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and Argentina make a change. Rodrigo de Paul is on for Giuliano Simeone. That's a clear signal. They want more control and cleaner second ball play around Messi as they keep trying to turn these wide deliveries into a real chance. England still lead Argentina 1-0 at 7, 2 minutes, and Pickford has just come up with a massive save from that Nico Gonzalez header off Messi's cross. His positioning is spot on, set early, gets his feet right, and England survive another wave of Argentine set-piece heat.
England are still trading around a mid-so favorite with the draw in the highs and Argentina down in single digits. So despite that chunky draw positioning, the pricing hasn't really drifted. At 7-2 minutes and 1-0, every England clearance of these Messi set pieces keeps that win line anchored.
72 minutes in Argentina, roll the dice with a triple change. Montero for Molina de Paul, in for Giuliano Simeone, and Otamendi replacing the book, Lisandro Martinez.
England
That
are still
screams
sitting around a
urgency
two-thirds
and
win
control.
chance with
They
the draw
want the
and
ball
highs
to
and
knit it
Argentina
together
down
and
in
a
single
steadier back
digits.
line to
so
keep
the board's
England pinned
basically
in.
unchanged despite big draw flow. At 7-3 minutes and 1-0 England just need to keep surviving these set pieces to stop the equalizer that flips it.
We're back underway at 7, 3 minutes with England still 1-0 up, and it's absolutely a momentum test now as Argentina throw numbers forward. England can't just clear their lines. If they can stitch together even a couple passes and pin in the corners, they buy Pickford and that back line some oxygen.
England still trades around a two-thirds favorite with the draw on the highs and Argentina stuck in single digits. So the board's basically pinned despite chunky draw positions showing up. At 7-3 is a 1-0 that says the market's still backing England to survive this pressure without conceding the equalizer.
73 minutes, England lead Argentina 1-0, and that concept for Gordon move is a straight signal. England are set up to defend this out with extra cover at the back. The risk is simple. If it turns into non-stop clearances, Messi and DePaul will keep recycling it right back at them. 73 minutes gone, England still lead, Argentina 1-0, and we're back playing after that stoppage. Those Argentina changes, DePaul and Otamendi especially, are a clear push for calmer build-up and cleaner second balls around Messi. England's next few touches have to be passes, not panicked clearances. England to 1-0 up at 7, 4 minutes, and you can feel Argentina trying to squeeze this with Messi and DePaul dictating the next wave. For England, it's about one calmer spell, 2 or 3 clean passes out, and letting Pickford take the sting out of the next cross. England lead Argentina 1-0 at 7:04 minutes, and that concept for Gordon switch really looks like England settling into a back five to shut down those wide overloads and stop the free crosses. The danger is the midfield gap. England have to find short, calm spells on the ball, or it just keeps coming back at them. 75 minutes on the clock, and England still lead Argentina 1-0. Argentina have already shown their biggest threat from wide service into the box, so England's priority now is simple: win the first contact and make Pickford's life as quiet as possible.
England still sits around the closest to win with the draw, just under 3, and Argentina near 1-0, so the market's basically unchanged despite those big draw and anti-England tickets. At 1:01 7:05 minutes, that stability says England just need to manage the next Argentina push and avoid the equalizer.
75 minutes gone and England still lead. Argentina 1-0, and that concept of Gordon move really does look like a back five designed to kill the wide overloads. The danger is the gap in midfield. If England can't string a calm spell together, Messi and DePaul will just keep recycling it back in.
England still trades in the mid-nose to win with the draw, just under 3-0, and Argentina down near single digits. So despite those big draw and anti-England
76 minutes, and it's another Argentina header. St. McAllister gets up from the middle of the box, but Pickford is right there and holds England's lead.
One thing. England
That's
must
the
survive
warning
the
again.
next Argentina
Messi's
wave.
service is asking questions, and England have to keep winning that first contact.
England are still priced as about a mid-sim favorite, with the draw just under 3-0, and Argentina down near single digits. So that latest Pickford save hasn't forced any repricing. At 7-6 and 1-0, the market's basically demanding England ride out this crossing spell without getting up the equalizer.
77 minutes gone, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and it really does look like they've sunk into a back five to smother those wide overloads and make the crosses harder to land. The risk is that empty pocket in midfield. England need a couple of calm possession spells, not just clearances, or it comes straight back at them.
England still holding around a 2/3 win chance with the draw on the highs and Argentina stuck in single digits. So despite that huge draw, stack the markets basically unmoved. At 7-7 with England 1-0 up, it's still all about surviving the next Argentina wave without conceding the equalizer.
76 minutes and Argentina goes so close. McAllister's header is kept out by Pickford, and then Julian Alvarez lashes the follow-up wide from the middle of the box. At the pause is exactly the kind of delivery England have to keep dealing with as this pressure ramps up at 1-0. 78 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, but you can see why that back five is a double-edged sword. It blocks the wide overload, yet it leaves DePaul with time to stand one up from deep. England need one calm spell of possession to push the line out, or those crosses just keep raining in.
Pricing's basically pinned England, still sit around 2/3 to win the draw, just under 1/3, and Argentina in single digits. Even with that heavy draw, interest sitting in the book. At 7-8 and 101 Argentina, equalizer is still the single event that would whip the draw line higher fast.
77 minutes and Argentina are flagged offside. Nico Ganezai just wanders beyond the line and the move dies there. That's a little breather for England at 1-0, and it shows how desperate those runs in behind they're getting as the clock ticks.
England are still priced roughly 2/3 to win with the draw, just under 1/3 in Argentina in single digits, so that huge draw flow hasn't moved the line. At 7-8 with England 1-0 up under pressure, the market saying the next big swing is an Argentina equalizer.
79 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and you can feel Argentina ready to go even more. Direct now, more bodies, more balls swung into that penalty area. For England, it's all about the first header out and then stepping the lineup together, not getting pinned on Pickford's toes.
England still priced around a mid still, favored with the draw on the highs, and Argentina down in single digits. So the board remains basically pinned despite those big draw tickets. At 7-9 with England 1-0 up, the market's telling you the key swing risk is an Argentina equalizer. If this pressure finally lands.
79 minutes gone, and England still lead Argentina 1-0, but DePaul's got that little pocket of time from deep, and he keeps hanging crosses into a crowded box. England can't just defend the 6-yard line here. They've got to step out together and squeeze the space he's looking up into. 79 minutes, England still 1-0 up, and Morgan Rogers tries his luck from outside the box, but it's blocked. That's exactly what England need right now. A moment higher up the pitch that at least forces Argentina to step out and defend.
England are still about a 2/3 favorite with the draw and the highs, and Argentina stuck around mid-single digits, so despite those big draw positions, the market won't budge. At 8-0 minutes and 1-0, it's still priced like England can see out this spell without coughing up the equalizer.
80 minutes gone and it's still 0-0, but Argentina look like they're loading the penalty area with that Lautaro Martinez change looming. The warning for England is simple. If those DePaul-style crosses keep coming, the second balls around the 6-yard box become absolute chaos. 81 minutes, England lead 1-0, and Harry Kane buys a vital free kick deep in his own half after a foul from Nico Gonzalez. Argentina make the change too. Lautaro Martinez is on for Tagliafico while play is halted with Reece James down injured, and that could be a huge concern for England's back line. 81 minutes, England lead Argentina 1-0, and it's starting to look like pure siege football. Argentina are just recycling it wide and swinging it back into a packed penalty area. With Lautaro Martinez about to arrive, England have to step out together after the first clearance and buy themselves a spell higher up the pitch. 81 minutes, and it's still England 1-0 Argentina, but it's got that siege feel now with Argentina flinging bodies forward and Lautaro Martinez on to add another penalty box target. England have to make the second action after the clearance, step up, win the next ball, and get a breather upfield. 81 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, but Reece James is down. A missed stoppage is massive, both for the physios and for England's hands. If he can't continue, that right side has to reorganize instantly because Argentina are loading the box with Lautaro arriving.
England are still priced around 2/3 to win with the draw in the highs, and Argentina down in the mid-single digits, so the board's basically stuck in play.
82 minutes, 2 England changes. Dan Burn is on for the injured. Reece James and Nico O'Reilly replaces Declan Rice. That's a big reshuffle this late. England have to get organized instantly down that right side because Argentina will target the new matchup with every wide delivery. 83 minutes now, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and those late England changes scream one thing: protect the box against the aerial bombardment. The danger is you end up with Kane isolated, so every clearance has to be followed by a coordinated step out. Don't let Argentina reload and whip it straight back in. 84 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and it's absolutely got that siege rhythm now with Argentina piling bodies into the area whenever it goes wide. England have to win the burst header and crucially step out together after the clearance. Otherwise, it just comes straight back in waves. .84 minutes, England still lead Argentina 1-0, and Rodrigo de Paul has a right footer from outside the box block. That's England getting a body out to the edge of the area, because if you only defend the 6-yard box, those second balls and rebound shots are where it gets dangerous.
England have firmed up to around a 7-0 win chance now, with the draw holding midses and Argentina crushed to about 5. And that giant ass side liquidity suggests little appetite to chase a late shock. At 8-4 and 1-0, the market's basically backing England to ride out this siege without the equalizer arriving. England are now holding around a 7-0 win chance with the draw in the highs and Argentina down near 5, so the late money tone is England control rather than chaos. At 8-5 and 1-0, that pricing says Argentina need an equalizer soon, or this is drifting into an England closeout.
85 minutes and Pickford has just clawed away a stinging Enzo Fernandez hit from range, top save right down the middle, and it hands Argentina a corner with England still leading 1-0. That's the warning. If England only drop into the 6-yard box, those edge of the area strikes start to bite.
The market has totally flipped late. The draw is now priced around the low CO range with Argentina near the mid-teens and England low teens. At 8-6 and 1-1, that says traders see the stalemate as the base case, unless one side finds a single late winner.
Argentina have equalized late. Enzo Fernandez blasts in from outside the box after a corner at 85 to make it 1-1. Big swing moment. Can you frame how that goal flips the endgame and what it does to expectations for a late winner versus the draw?
That late Enzo Thunderbolt resets the whole script. England lose the luxury of managing the clock and the draw stops, feeling like an escape for Argentina. With momentum and the crowd jolted, those last minutes tend to price toward a late winner more than a calm 1-1 finish. The board's now anchored on the draw at roughly 2/3 with both England and Argentina down in the mid-teens, as that big ask side liquidity keeps any late punt in check. At 8-6 and 1-1, it screams play for one clean chance, because a single winner now is the whole swing. The draw is now firmly the favorite at about 70%, with England and Argentina both sitting in the mid-teens and the booking heavy on the offer to stop any late chase. At 8-6 at 1-1, that pricing says we're drifting toward a lock stalemate unless someone lands one clean winner. The draw is still dominating around the low T-shirt range, with England and Argentina both stuck in the low to mid-teens, and the book looking heavy on the sell side. At 8-6 and 1-1, that pricing implies we're trending toward a point apiece, unless England can conjure one late winner. The draw is still the clear favorite in the low king tees range, while both England and Argentina sit in the low teens with heavy sell side liquidity keeping any late punt contained. At 8-7 and 1-1, the market's basically saying this is drifting toward a point apiece unless someone nicks one clean winner.
87 minutes, it's England 1-1 Argentina, and you can feel England edging into that compact 5-4-1 just to get their bodies between ball and goal. But Argentina will keep circling around Messi because one little slip at the top of the box and Enzo Fernandez has already shown hell, punish it.
The draw has pushed up into the mid-GM range now, with England near 1-0 and Argentina in the mid-teens, and that heavy sell side depth is capping any late punt. At 8-7 and 1-1, the market's leaning hard to this finishing level unless Argentina find one more clean look. The draw is still priced around the mid-CV range, with both England and Argentina down near the low teens, and the sell side depth looks like it's capping any last gasp chasing. At 8-8 at 1-1, that implies we're heading for a point apiece, unless England can steal one late moment.
88 minutes, it's England 1-1 Argentina, and with all this stoppage time coming, it's a brutal mentality. Check now. England have to reset after that late punch because Argentina will smell it and keep probing around Messi and that edge of the box shooting lane.
The draw is now priced around 3/4, with Argentina in the mid-teens and England down near 10, and the sell side looks heavy enough to cap any late chasing. At 8 minutes at 1-1, that's the market shouting stoppage time stalemate, unless England nick one decisive moment. The draw is basically pinned around 3/4 now, with Argentina in the mid-teens and England down near 10. So the market's treating a late winner as a low probability event. At 8, 9, and 1-1, that pricing screams manage the clock and protect against one messy stoppage time moment.
89 minutes, still England 1-1 Argentina, and play stopper John Stones down in the box after that defensive header. Argentina won't like the whistle with the ball around England's area, but head knocks and distance are non-negotiable this late in a tie like this.
The draw is now basically 3/4 priced, with Argentina in the mid-teens and England down around 10. And the book looks stacked on the sell side to mute any late chasing. At 8-9, at 1-1, that's the market, leaning to a stoppage time stalemate, unless Argentina nick one final clean look.
88 minutes and we've got another stoppage here. John Stones is down injured for England with it still 1-1 late on. This is a huge pause for both benches to reset because every restart now is going to be about one clean delivery or one loose second ball deciding it.
Draw is holding around 3/4 with both teams down in the low teens. And the sell side looks stacked, so there's little appetite to chase a late winner. At 9-1 the pricing says stoppage time is about game management and avoiding the one sloppy moment. The draw is still pinned around 3/4 in stoppage time, and the sell side is stacked enough to choke off any late chasing while both teams' win chances sit in single digits to mid-teens. At 9-1, at 1-1, that pricing says England's best play is to keep it clean and kill the game rather than force a risky winner.
90 plus 1. It's still England 1-1 Argentina, and this is pure game management time. Now, England will be desperate to stay in that compact shell and just win first contacts because Argentina's already shown they'll hurt you the moment a clearance drops on the edge of the box. 90 plus 1. It's still England 1-1 Argentina, and you can feel England wanting that compact 5-4-1 to survive the last couple of moments. The danger exactly what just punished them. One Messi clearance, one recycle ball to Messi, and suddenly the edge of the box is live again.
Argentina's win line will snap sharply shorter now because flipping to 2-1 up at 9:02 with only stoppage time left is a huge repricing of the most likely outcome. With 9 minutes added, England still have a live equalizer window, but they're chasing, and the clock is now Argentina's biggest ally. Argentina are now priced in the high foul range to win, with the draw down near low double digits and England almost written off. At 9:02, with England trailing 1-2, the market saying the equalizer is a long shot and thus England land one perfect final delivery.
Argentina have turned it around in stoppage time. Lautaro Martinez heads in from point-blank range at 92 to make it England 1-2 Argentina. That's a brutal late swing. What does that do to the win probabilities now with 9 minutes added?
Argentina are still priced as heavy favorites in the high value range, with the draw sitting around single digits and England basically at the floor. At 9:03, with England down 2-1, that says the market wants one last England push, but is treating the equalizer as a low probability hit. Argentina are holding as a clear, heavy favorite in the high value range, with England basically priced at the floor and the draw stuck in single digits. At 9:03, with England down 2-1, the market saying Argentina just need to see out the clock and avoid one chaotic set piece. Argentina are effectively priced in the low does now, and both the draw and England are stuck near the floor with plenty of sell pressure sitting above them. At 9:03, with England down 2-1, it's all about whether they can force one last clean set piece before Argentina drain the clock. Argentina are still priced in the high buys to win, and that tells you the book isn't buying a late swing despite all that depth sitting on the other side.
90 plus 4, and Rodrigo De Paul goes into the book for Argentina as we tick through this frantic added time with Argentina leading England 2-1. That yellow screams game management now. Slow it down, break the rhythm, and make every England restart as awkward as possible. 94 minutes gone, and it's England 1-2 Argentina right at the sharp end of those 9 added minutes. England have to throw everything forward now, but the big danger is that one cheap turnover lets Messi and Argentina spring straight into the space behind.
Argentina is still pressed around 9 and 10 to win, with England basically at the floor. So the market's treating this as close to locked, despite the late chaos. At 9:05, with England trailing 2-1, it screams one last set piece or nothing before Argentina just bleed out the clock. Argentina are still trading around the high bars to win, with the draw stuck in the low teens and England basically priced at the floor, so the market's holding steady rather than reopening the game. At 9:05, with England down 2-1, it's one final set piece chance to level it. Otherwise, Argentina just see this out.
95 minutes on the clock. England 1-2 Argentina, and it's the exact tug of war you'd expect now. Argentina taking every breath out of the game. England trying to force one last clean delivery into the box. The one danger for England is losing it cheaply and letting Messi pick the counter pass with acres behind.
Argentina is still priced around the high boss to win with the draw, barely in the low teens, and England essentially at the floor. So the market's holding steady rather than flinching. At 9:06, with England down 2-1, it's basically one last set piece swing at an equalizer before Argentina shut the door.
90 plus 6, and it's England 1-2 Argentina. This is absolutely last chance territory now for England. Get it forward, win that first contact, and make the second ball a scramble in the box. For Argentina, it's pure control, slow every restart, win the first header, and keep England's throw-ins. 90 plus 6, and England make two late changes. Ivan Toney is on for the injured. John Stones and Marcus Rashford replaces DJ Spence, with England trailing Argentina 2-1. That's a clear signal now. Get it forward early, load the box, and hope Toney can win one huge first contact. 90 plus 6, England 1-2 Argentina, and England have got to turn every throw in and free kick into a proper scramble in the box. Now direct, fast, no messing about. Argentina's whole job is first contact and composure, win that initial header, kill the second ball, and make England start again from halfway.
Argentina still pressed around 9 and 10 to win, with the draw sitting near the low teens and England basically pinned at the floor. At 9:06, with England down 2-1, it's screaming one last lump into the box for an equalizer. Otherwise, Argentina just killed the clock. Argentina are now trading in the low dough range to win with a draw in single digits, and England pinned around 1%, so the market's basically treating this as near settled. At 9:06, with England still 1-2 down, it's Rashford and Toney, desperation time for one equalizer before Argentina simply run it out. Argentina are priced in the low dough range to win, and the draw is back to single digits, so the market's tightening up rather than reopening late. Drama. At 9:07, with England still 2-1 down, it's basically one last set piece scramble to nick an equalizer. Argentina have tightened again into the mid-zone win range, and the draw is back around 5%, with England effectively dead in the water. At 9:07, with England trailing 2-1, the market saying it takes one last Toney Rashford box scramble to force extra time.
97 minutes on the clock. England still trail Argentina 2-1, and every restart is basically a set piece now for England. With Toney and Rashford on, it's about forcing one clean first contact and a messy second ball, while Argentina just have to head clear and breathe.
Argentina are now priced in the mid-shows to win with a draw down around 5%, and England basically written off as the book tightens late. At 9:08, with England still 2-1 down, it's telling you they need one perfect last ball delivery to rescue extra time. Argentina's win odds have tightened again to the highs, with England effectively unpriced and the drawdown in the low single digits as liquidity stacks on the sell side. At 9:09, with England trailing 2-1, that's a market screaming one last box delivery or it's over.
90 plus 9 now. England trail Argentina 2-1, and it's gone fully direct, deep throws and high-hanging crosses, looking for Berentani to win first contact. For Argentina, it's brutally simple. Attack that first header, sweep up the second ball, and run these final seconds into the corner. 90 plus 9, Jude Bellingham concedes the foul, and Lionel Messi wins a free kick for Argentina. Deep in their own half, with Argentina leading England 2-1. That is absolute goal for Argentina. Now slow the restart, take the sting out of it, and drag these last seconds away from danger.
Argentina's win price is basically slammed into the high C range now, with England effectively written off and the draw only a tiny escape hatch. At 9:09, with Messi holding a defensive free kick, that market move says Argentina are seconds from killing this. Argentina's win price is basically pinned in the highs now, with England effectively unbid and the draw only a tiny sliver, even as depth stacks behind the favorite. At 9:10, with Messi buying time on that defensive free kick, the market's reading this as Argentina bleeding out the last seconds. Argentina's price as a virtual lock now basically at the ceiling, while the draw is down to a tiny outside chance, and England's got no real bid at all. With us at 9:10 and Messi just won that deep free kick, the market's saying Argentina can simply run the clock out.
90 plus 10 now, England trail Argentina 2-1, and you can feel every little tug and every delayed restart getting screamed at from the England end. England's only route is one quick, clean set-piece delivery into that crowd. Argentina just want to make the clock the main defender.
Argentina is now priced as a complete lock with a draw, and England effectively at 0 as the book pins the favorite and won't pay up for late chaos. And now 11 with England still 1-2 down, it's basically Argentina just seeing out the last restart.
90s 11 and it's still England. 1-2 Argentina, and England have gone totally direct now. Pickford launching it wide, men just slinging it into the mixer. But Argentina are reading it superbly. Romero wins that first header and the second ball gets hacked, clear to bleed the final seconds. 90 plus 12 and it's a handball against Nico O'Reilly for England, with Argentina still leading 2-1. That's exactly the kind of cheap turnover England can't afford. Now Argentina will happily use the stoppage, take their time, and keep it pinned away from danger.
Argentina is essentially priced as a done deal now, with win odds at the ceiling and England basically unbid, while the draw is just a sliver. And 9:11 with Argentina up 2-1, that tells you the market expects them to burn this final restart and close it out. Argentina is now priced as a full lock with bids only on the win, and both the draw and England effectively marked at 0. At 9:12 with England still 1-2 down and Argentina winning a stoppage, like that handball call, this looks like pure clock killing to the whistle.
Full time at 9-0 plus 1-2 England 1, Argentina 2, and Argentina have turned it around late to take it. That Messi corner and cross combination has been the difference in the end. Enzo from range, then Lautaro right on the doorstep to finish it off.
Argentina's contract is now effectively settled at a 1-0 win, with all the liquidity stacked on the win side and the draw, and England priced at 0. With full time confirmed at 2-1, there's no late sting left in this one. This is just the market locking the result. Argentina is now fully locked in as the winner, with the win contract pinned at effectively 1-0-0 in England and the draw marked at 0. With full time confirmed at 2-1, this is no longer about late chaos, it's just the book settling on Argentina.
Full-time England 1, Argentina 2, and once again, Lionel Messi has shaped the story beyond the goals. That late assist with the cross for Lautaro Martinez is pure final authority, head up, perfect weight, and the decisive moment lands exactly where it has to. Full-time at 9:12, England 1, Argentina 2, and the stoppage time drama was all about the referee's watch and those late handball and foul calls. In a one-goal game that deep, every whistle feels like it's either killing England's last launch or gifting Argentina one more precious reset. Full-time England 1, Argentina 2, and even in that closing chaos, Messi still decides the final act with creation at stoppage time cross 4. Lautaro Martinez is a reminder his passing range is a weapon as lethal as any finish. Head up, right foot delivery, and Argentina had the killer moment.
Argentina is priced as a complete lock now, with the win side fully bid and England and the draw effectively at 0. With full time confirmed at 2-1 to Argentina, this is just the market settling the result rather than forecasting any late twist. Argentina is fully locked as the winner now, with the win contract effectively at 1-0, and both England and the draw priced at 0. With full time confirmed at 2-1, this is purely settlement flow, no late set piece drama left to price in. Argentina is fully locked at effectively 1-0 now, with all the depth sitting on the win and England in the draw basically priced at 0. With full time confirmed at 2-1, this is pure settlement flow rather than anyone pricing another twist.
Full-time England 1, Argentina 2, and Argentina have flipped it right at the debt. Even with everything frantic that Messi crossed for Lautaro Martinez, as was calm and precise, one clean delivery, one decisive touch, and England's last push just ran out of seconds. Full time at 9:12, England 1, Argentina 2, and the flashpoint is absolutely the referee's grip on those last stoppage time decisions, Messi. Going down, the handball, free kick, and both benches living every whistle. In a one-goal finish that late, every restart and every call feels like it tilts the final chance. Full time at 9:12, England 1, Argentina 2, and that's it. Argentina see it out with the last whistles and stoppages all falling their way. The final touch is still that Messi cross for Lautaro Martinez, one moment of quality that England just couldn't answer in time. Full-time England 1, Argentina 2, and that last stretch really was Argentina hanging on and managing the mayhem. England went long again and again, but Argentina kept winning the first contact and using every little stoppage and clearance to drain the final seconds.